Hi everybody, this is Goemon78 and I'm back with my next Let's Play series. This is going to be Disney's Aladdin for the Sega Genesis. Another game from my childhood. I actually did beat this one, but not legitimately because this has a good level skip cheat that was actually the first cheat I ever learnt. My friend told me it in grade 2 and it was the first cheat I ever knew about. But because of that, there will be no cheating, no save states, nothing in this. I will probably have to do that level skip thing once or twice, because I'm probably not going to go through this whole thing without getting a game over, because, well, yeah. Like Aladdin, like Lion King, it can get a little hard later on. But anywho. Enough of that. So, Disney's Aladdin for the Sega Genesis. 1993, Virgin Games, and, options are over here. I'm going to be going on normal difficulty. I used to do this as a kid on practice difficulty, but I won't be for this because, yeah. And difficult, not a chance. Not happening. Yeah, so you can switch the controls just like in Lion King. Those are going to be the ones I'm using. This doesn't really make a difference to me, but either way. That's just more comfortable for me. Anyway, so that's that, and let's get going on here. And so this is the help screen. This tells you what you want. You got the genie things for the bonus level. You get a poo bonus levels. The hearts are your extra health, and the lamp up at the top screen will be your health meter. Apples, your ammunition, and a bunch of other stuff like that you saw there. Okay, so for those of you who don't know the story of Aladdin, well, it's this. You can read for yourself here. I probably won't be able to read it fast enough, but anyways. So, yeah, the story begins on a very dark night. Whoops, sorry about that. I pressed the button there accidentally. So, interesting point about Iago. This parrot guy. The guy who did him in the original, movie, that wasn't voice acting, that was his normal voice. So just a little interesting bit of trivia there. Yeah. So that's the little bit of trivia there, so, just thought you can know that. And here comes the first level, Agrabah Markets. This follows the exact plot of the movie and has a lot of music from it, so, So yeah, you got jump, you got your sword, and you got apples, which are your ammunition. Yeah. Bottom left is your lives, bottom right is your counter. Those things are flame thingies, they will hurt you if you stand on them. And yeah, basic enemies. Just these guys, you'll be seeing them a lot over the course of the game. Not too hard. These guys, annoying as you don't even know what. Jump on the camel, and it kills people for you. I know, it's a little strange. These people like to throw stuff at you. It's strange, because for the first level, it's one of the harder levels in the game. Especially when you come back here, mostly because of those sword thrower guys. Those things will kill anything in sight. Those lamps over there, if you get them. That's your genie bonus level. You'll be seeing that at the end of the level. You can get a number of those, and it's basically just a slot machine later on. I'm doing really, really crappy. I'm not usually this bad. So yes, this is another game. Oh, come on, Corey. This is another game from my childhood, another thing that I used to play on the Genesis. I have beaten it, but, not by going through all the levels one after another. Because, well, yeah, there was that level select cheat, as I mentioned earlier. You can kill these guys by just swiping your sword at them. Not really much of a point, they're easy enough to dodge. And I'm really, really doing badly here. There we go, health. Those rubies, these rubies here are your, sort of currency that you'll be getting from the merchant later on. Ooh, wow, I just got him to hit the lamp himself. I didn't know he could do that. So there are various, you know, ways of swinging your sword. You can just do it this way. You can swing up. You can duck and swing down. You can also throw apples there. So yeah, a lot of stuff has happened since my last episode of Sonic Spinball. I've been kind of kept busy, which is why I didn't make very many, didn't start things until now. So first off, over the winter break, first thing I did was I went to New York for a little trip there to go see Yvonne Strahovski in her play of Golden Boy at the time. She was on Broadway for the first time, and that's using apples there, by the way. I'm about to die. I don't die in this level usually. So it was her Broadway debut, and I went to see it, and I actually got to meet her, which, you know, that was absolutely awesome. I can't believe I actually got to do that. I was, you know, she's amazing. She really is, just as much in person as she was on screen. She did amazing in the play. I loved it, you know. And New York's just fun. You know, it is. We went to the Nintendo store afterwards. It was a whole bunch of fun. I actually, you know, we took the bus because it's a lot cheaper to do so. And it actually wasn't that bad. It's a, you know, 10-hour bus ride, but hey, that's what JRPGs are for. That there is your Apu bonus thing. I don't know where all those are. I don't know if they actually exist in all the levels. But, you know, the ones that I do know how to get, I will get. I just don't know where all of them are, frankly. I only know where a few of them are. I only know if a few exist in various things. These genie things, are your continue points. I didn't mention that before. So this is where you use your gems. Now, I'm not going to at the moment because you get a lot more later, and I'm going to save it for a time where I actually need them because I don't at the moment. Although, you know what? There, I'll get a life. That's how you do it. You go over to what you want and you press up. Wishes are your continues, but I'll probably just be getting lives instead of continues because, yeah, just my own personal thing. Anywho, yeah, but I had some various interesting pain in the butt in New York. Level done. Level complete. That's your first level. And here is when you will see the genie things. They're a slot machine. Just press any button to do it. If you get Jafar, you lose. You can get a bunch of different things. I'm usually not very good at that. This is your Apu bonus level. Kind of fun. Boo and Agrabah. Let's see how well I can do in this. It's watch out for the pots. You can swing the sword, but I wouldn't use it as your main way of getting things. So, New York was an interesting little experience there because let me just concentrate on this. Ah, cripes. Oh well. So, we've escaped from the guards, and he's approached by a beggar, and this kind of stuff. Anywho, so, when I got pretty much when I got on the bus from New York, I noticed that my feet started hurting. Particularly my left foot. It hurt really, it started to hurt, you know, quite badly whenever I took a step. And, yeah. So next up is the desert. I know that in practice mode, if you went back here, there would always be a life here. It isn't here in this mode, so that's just one of the various differences with practice. There actually are some differences. But yeah, so, and then for the rest of the trip, I was, my left foot, hurt really badly every single time I took a step. And it got worse and worse and worse until I could barely walk. I was pounding Tylenol constantly. It was bad. We also stayed at the YMCA, which they had guest rooms, and it was actually like a really good deal. They had a great location. We were right on the subway, or like right at the Lincoln Center. it was actually very, and it was, it was nice. It wasn't anything special, but it was clean, you had your own separate washrooms, well, kind of. They're what they called single-use semi-private bathrooms, which was, they were public bathrooms, but they were individual bathrooms that, had, a shower and a washroom and stuff like that, and use your card to get in. There was about 10 of them or so, and they got cleaned every single time you used them. It was pretty nice, actually. But anywho, it was also pretty cheap too. But anywho, yeah. So there was that, and then also later on in the trip, I got sick, and I got sick, and I was yeah. On the way back from the bus, I was like really sick. It was just a cold, but it was a really, really bad one. But it still couldn't, get rid of my bad mood. The feet hurting, whatever, still totally worth it. Because, I got to meet Yvonne, and I'm still like, I got to do that. Anyway, the gimmick in this level, that's Iago. You just sort of slash at him, he'll respawn, but, slashing him will go away. Okay. Let's do that. So the gimmick with this is, get the scarabs. That's how you progress in the level. Get the scarabs and you'll be able to progress. So, yeah. So after New York, then we went to Whistler Blackcomb for skiing. Whistler Blackcomb is... Now, I think there's a merchant guy over there, but I don't know how to get over there. Or it might be somewhere else in the level. But it's it's in Western Canada in BC, near Vancouver. It was where lots of the 2010 Winter Games were held. And Apu actually make himself useful. Thanks, Apu! Or Abu, or whatever it is. I just call him Apu, but whatever. Thanks, Apu. Monkey. Thank you. And then, next scarab. There you go. You get 3 of them, and that's the rest of the level. So, it's where the skiing stuff for the Winter Games were held in 2010. You can get apples there. I actually have 99 of them now, which is nice. I keep on... Stop getting the apples! Oh well. Yeah. Well done, Street Rat! Now we have to get the rest of the scarab. Now we're going back to Agrabah. So I actually never stopped and looked at those things when I was playing the game as a kid, because I knew the story of Aladdin. Anywho, and this is the first time I've been out west for skiing. And, oh my god, it was amazing! Yeah, right at the start of the level, they'll give you a, hint as to what the gimmick of the level is. So yeah, this level can get really annoying with the placement of those guys, because they home in on you. So, gimmick. Find the flutes. You get flutes in this level, and they are used for, getting ropes to go out of these, things here. If you get one of those, typically there will be a gem in there, so, be careful of that. More flutes! Anyway, it is, like, you can't compare that to anything we get over here in the East. It's just, it was amazing. And we stayed at the Four Seasons, too, which, let me tell you, holy cow, that was nice. Wow. But, so you can go over there and get those if you need to. But yeah, so the thing is, like, the length of their runs was just like, nothing. It's like nothing over here. They're like 20-25 minute runs on the shorter end. There was one, the Glacier Run, which literally we spent an entire hour just going down. You're just going for a whole hour. And I was like, when do you ever get to do that in this? And, you know, you don't get to do that around here. It's just, I think actually. Now, I thought you could get those from. Nope. I think I have to get onto the rope there actually to do that. Yep, I was right. Yeah, there's an interesting sound there where you get when you hit your head. I'll get this to be a bit of a longer episode this time, I think, just because it's the premiere and first episode. I got stuff to talk about. Anywho, I'll probably keep them around 15 minutes, though, mainly for most of them. So, yeah. But get that. Thank you. So, it's just an hour going down. It's like, holy cow. And the snow, unbelievable. The only problem was sometimes a little bit of visibility, but, you know, it was nothing. And then there was this one area called Seventh Heaven, which was, that's my favorite skiing area I've ever been to in there, because you were high up. There was a point there where you were above the tree line. So, it's just, there's no trees. You're so high up, you're above the tree line, so everything is open. Just these wide open runs. I don't know how to get that life over there. I never really knew how to find that. How to get that. These wide open runs. And just, you could go back and forth, wide turns, because, you know, the mountain's so huge that there's never many people on the hill at once. And it was just, you know, unbelievable, the skiing there. I also don't know how to get that, because I've tried to make that jump, but it just doesn't seem to work. But yeah, that's that. And the Four Seasons, impressive. You see, I just don't know how to get that. They had a ski concierge. And what I mean by that was you left your skis near the hill. And left your skis, boots, helmet, everything near, and I'm about to die. But, and everything near the hill. And, yeah, basically. You just left it all near the hill. And, yeah. And then they kept it for you. And these people would do anything for you, like... And at the end of the day, they had hot chocolate and warm cookies waiting there for you. And, like, they also asked, like, do you want help taking off your boots or something, by the way? Or, you know, giving you a foot rub or something at the end of the day. Like, if I can't take my boots off on my own, then I shouldn't be skiing. But, yeah. Anywho, just kick the crap out of this guy with apples. That's a thing. You're going to be using apples for a lot of the bosses. And just go back and forth there, you'll get the scarab and the thing. So that was amazing. I love that. Oh, this doesn't normally happen. This normally only happens in practice. I guess I was lucky, I don't know. You saw me, I put it on normal difficulty. So, this guy, boss. Just throw, and he'll shoot one of those things. If you, run them to the apples, or you could just do this. If you run out of apples, there'll be more down there, down at the bottom of this thing. But, you know, it's better not to, so you can just do stuff. The reason I'm probably not going to get continues as much is because even though one continue gives you 3 lives, you also run out of all your apples and stuff like that, which is actually a bit of a pain. So, you know, I don't know, I'll see. I have enough apples, give me a life. Or those. Those are always nice. There we go. So that was that. So that was my break. It was amazing, and the bed at the Four Seasons. My God, it was so comfortable. But yeah, it was unbelievable. I hope I didn't skip the story there. If I did, my bad. Aladdin got captured and got sent to the Sultan's dungeon for some reason. You have to. I have to apologize if I accidentally skip the story at any point. I'm just not used to actually waiting for them. But you know, that's that. You know what? Actually, I'm going to cut this off here, this level, and this video, and I'll see you guys next time. I'll tackle the rest of this level later, next video. So, this is Coremon78 signing off with Let's Play Aladdin. See you later.